here with my first live video. So we'll see how this goes. I thought I would do like a really quick live chat for unboxing this new deck that I just got in the mail. I haven't done this before, so you'll have to excuse me if like I miss any of the messages or anything. I'm just doing this on my phone, so I might miss something. So if you have to retype, then retype things. But yeah, so I'm not going to show you the front so you don't see my address, but basically you've seen from the title what decks I'm unboxing, or deck. I'm pretty sure that's what this is that's come in the mail. If not, then hey, we're unboxing something else. But no, it is what I thought it is. Okay, so we have here, we have the Crystal Spirits. It's not Crystal Wisdom, sorry, Animal Wisdom is the other one. This is the Crystal Wisdom Oracle 58 card deck and guidebook with illustrations by Jenna Della Gottia. I'm probably butchering that, but that's okay. So it's your typical kind of Hay House deck. I'm going to get the plastic off first, which may take a moment or two, so bear with me for that one. Yes, struggling with plastic. I did bring scissors down, so I think we're safe there. And I'm always afraid I'm going to scratch the deck when I do this, but oh well. Okay, yay, we're getting that off, so that's good. Okay, so it looks like your typical Hay House deck, but when I say typical, this one doesn't have where the top comes off. Hello, somebody's here. Hello. Where the top comes off. This one has like the magnetic closure. I really love that. I think it just makes it so much easier to open. I think it's good when you have some of these decks that are a little bit bigger, that they have that. It's nice and sturdy though. The lighting in here isn't quite right, but it's a nice, it's more of there, that's the color a little bit better. It's more of a pale sort of nice aqua-ish in a way blue. So that's the cover there. You open it up, and there's like this nice thing here. As expressions of the conscious universe, the crystals, like their creation, want only the best for you. Healing wisdom and the power of finding possibilities you didn't realize were there. So very nice. And it's got the little ribbon as well, so that's pretty cool. We've got our standard kind of Hay House type book going on here. It is about 200 and some pages long. And it's your typical, like, you know, you've got your tiny little thumbnail here. You've got essential meaning, relationship message, prosperity message, and crystal spirit meditation. This one doesn't have apparently a reversed meaning to it. It just has the right side up stuff. So it's kind of interesting. And I'm sure it's got a little bit of the intro. Yeah, so it's got like a 2-card and a 3-card reading. Lighting in here, you can't quite see that. I have to go like that. So, yeah, it looks like your typical kind of deck. I'll still take a look at this, but with most Oracle decks, I don't really take that much to look at the guidebook. I tend to not use them in big spreads either. I tend to use them as like 1-card draws, or as to augment a tarot reading, to add like a little piece of information or to wrap up the reading. So I tend to not use it maybe quite the way the author wants us to. So let's take a look at the deck. All right. Ooh, it's nice. Got the nice blue-green underneath, the ribbon. So very nice. I've noticed more and more companies are stepping up their game when it comes to what's the word, boxes and stuff. I also appreciate that the deck just had a piece of paper around it as opposed to more plastic to have to find my way through. Okay, so this is the back. It's like kind of more of a geometric light blue design. I quite like that. It's got kind of a matte sort of satiny type feel to that, which I really like. The cardstock is, I think, a little thinner, a tiny bit thinner than the Animal Wisdom, so it should be a little easier to shuffle. I find some of the matte decks are not the easiest to shuffle, so I do appreciate that. All right, let's get started. Let's do a little walkthrough. So this is Adgerine. I've never heard of that. What's it there? Amazonite. I kind of like the face in there. That's pretty cool. This is amber. I like too. Some of them are rough and some are smooth. Amethyst. Oh, I wonder if they all have a little face in there, kind of showing you the spirit inside it. Apache Tears. Aqua Aura Quartz. Very pretty. This one's Aquamarine. Got some Auralite here. I've never heard of this. Bixbite. Oh, that looks really cool. I like the pink and the gold on there. Black Tourmaline. If you like me some black tourmaline. Blue Chalcedony. Some of them, the faces are more obvious than others. Blue Lace Agate. Is it agate or gate? I don't know. Bronzite. I've never heard of that one. It's kind of cool. Carnelian. I love carnelian. Carnelian's one of my favorite. I see it more like orangey than red, although I think it comes in variations, like anywhere in the yellow, orange, red spectrum. Celestite. Like, I don't see it there. There's a heart shape. I think this lighting kind of, I don't know. Not the best lighting right now. Chrysocolla. Very cool. Citron. Who doesn't love a good piece of citron? Very beautiful. Clear quartz. This looks sort of grayish, but I think they might have been going, I can kind of see what they were going for here. Dalmatian stone. I've never heard of that one either. Diamond. Very nice. See, this one looks clear, as opposed to like the clear quartz look kind of gray, but this is clear. Dumortierite. I'm probably butchering this one as well. Emerald. I don't know, emerald. I like the heart. That's really cool. Kind of, you know, going with the heart chakra and all that. Euclase. I kind of like that there are crystals here that I'm not familiar with. I'm not a crystal expert, but I would say I'm like familiar with some of the more common stones. Fluorite. I love fluorite. Fluorite's one of my favorites, for sure. Green aventurine. Hematite. Oh, hematite's face looks very serious. Very, very serious. Jade. Labradorite, one of my favorites. Although, no, this doesn't totally look like Labradorite. I think the ones above and below do, for sure. One of my favorites. Lapis lazuli. I like me some of that. Lumerian quartz. Lepidolite. I always pronounce that one wrong. I do like lepidolite as well. It's a really nice stone. Lithium quartz. Lots of different quartzes. Lighting, I'm gonna have to fix that. Malachite quartz. It's gotta be in there. It's a pretty powerful stone. Moldavite. This is apparently in limited quantities because it came from a meteor that hit the earth in a specific part of the world, Moldovia, thus Moldavite, but there's only so much of it to go around, so if you can find a piece, pick it up. Mookaite jasper. Mookaite? Someone's going to correct me on the way I'm pronouncing these, that's fine. Moonstone. Oh, that one's lovely. That's really lovely, that moonstone. Numite. That looks very, very interesting. Obsidian. You know, some obsidian. Orange calcite. I love orange calcite. It always looks so yummy. I always want to bite it. It looks like candy. Orange sapphire. Oh, that's unusual. I know sapphire comes in different colors, but that's it. I think this is an unusual one to have in here. And I kind of like that she has put things in here, like I was saying before, that are a little unusual. Petalite. Petrified wood. Very nice. Pink sapphire. So we've got another colored sapphire here. Pyrite. Raw morganite. Oh, I'm learning some crystals here. Rhodonite. This looks like a piece of fruit. It's so pretty. Rose quartz. Who doesn't love a piece of rose quartz? Oh, the selenite. That's beautiful. Look at that selenite wand. Oh, there we go. You can see the card better that way. Seraphis green quartz. That's unusual. Smithsonite. Sodalite. There's another common one. Spessartine garnet. Oh, that's very unusual. Spirit quartz. Sunstone. Tiger's eye. Oh, I like tiger's eye. Pyramid and a piece in the pyramid. That's beautiful. Turquoise. Watermelon tourmaline. And that's it. So not as intricate as some of her other decks, for sure. I think because the crystals do tend to be kind of simple. So I do see why they're, you know, a little more simple, straightforward. I do appreciate that there's a variety of stones, not just kind of the usual suspects. Lots of different kinds of quartzes, I do have to say. So let's take a look at, let's shuffle and see what we get, and then see what the book has to say for us. So they shuffle pretty well. I'm going to try and do a riffle shuffle. Can't see me, but I'm riffle shuffling. Oh, it does riffle shuffle really well. Riffle shuffle, rifle shuffle, I don't know what it is. But so I do appreciate that the texture is a little better. It doesn't kind of stick the way some of the matte ones do. I think this is more of like a satin type finish. So we'll just shuffle till we get something. We got amethyst. So there we go. Got some amethyst there. Now let's take a look at what the book says about amethyst. Number 4. Alrighty. Okay. So number 4, amethyst. It says, familiarity, unconscious habits, old patterns of need of being released. See, I think of amethyst as kind of like an intuition stone. I think of it as something where you access your intuition and it helps you to connect with others. So I don't really see it as something like breaking old habits, but I think everybody's got different relationships with different stones. So let's read the main message. Autopilot takes over when we require a rest from mental overload. While this reaction can serve us well, Amethyst Spirit brings a reminder to stop surrendering to the familiar, be mindfully present to the now, and examine your habits. Are they working for you the way you want them to? Are you overdue for a new routine, perhaps a small, simple shift that can make a huge difference? What could you say more often to those you love, or do more often to nurture yourself when your go-to is to sacrifice for others? Okay, so basically it's about like be in the present. Don't just do what you've always done just because you've always done it, especially if you're just a martyr to other people and you just do whatever other people tell you to do. So I can kind of see that one for sure. Be conscious of your habits so you don't fall asleep to your potential for transformation and healing. So a nice message, I think, for us all today. I've been looking forward to this one. I do like Colette Baron Reid's decks for the most part. I think there's 2 that I'm not totally sold on. Like I can't remember what her second or third one was. I'm trying to remember the name offhand. It kind of had like the arches as like the border. Didn't really care for that one. Also, the one that she did with the woman who wrote E Squared. I think that one was just like a total miss. It had repeating cards and everything. But the last few decks have been really good. Like I said, the artwork's like a little bit simpler on this one. Oh, let's turn it around this way. The artwork's a little bit simpler on this one, but that's okay. Like as long as the meanings are kind of there. So I'm going to work with it and see what I think of it overall. So far I'm happy. I'm really happy with the cardstock actually. I think that's really good. I don't know, do you guys have any of her decks? Like what are your favorite decks of hers? Are you thinking of picking this one up? Is it on your list? Right now I would say like I think it's as good as maybe like the map one. I think I still also like the animal wisdom one I have here on my altar a little bit better because I guess I connect more with animals than I do with crystals. So I'm going to work with it and kind of see what I think of it. So I'm kind of like on the fence a little bit about this one, just because I do like a little bit more of an intricate picture, but I also get why it's simpler as well. So I'm going to see what I think of this. And I do appreciate, like I said, I keep repeating this, but the stones that are different, because I think that it kind of gets you to like expand your repertoire of stones a little bit. So let me know what you think, and thank you to those of you who join me live. I appreciate it, and I'm gonna leave this up so everybody else can see it and watch it later. So yeah, first live, that's pretty cool, I think. And I will see you all next time. And as always, peace and love and rock.